Hey, what's going on, dudes? It's another Whales log for Genshin Impact. My name is Tuhu. You already knew that, though. So, yeah. Another late Whales log. This time more than a week. I forget what my record is for how late I can be. Or how late I've been with previous Whales logs. Pretty sure I've also done Whales logs that have been like 8 days late. Don't think I've hit 9 before, though. The verdict's still out on that. But anyways, yeah. Let's go over the Whales log for the month of May 2023. The reason why this Whales log is so late is because obviously Star Rail is out. And obviously I've been playing a lot of that. I've been working on the first of what I assume will be quite a few videos out of me for Star Rail to put up on my YouTube channel. So yeah, you can look forward to those. But yeah, anyways, let's go over Genshin real quick here. So obviously, as you can see, our new characters are Baizhu and Kaveh. Technically, I don't even think they were from the month of April. Maybe they have been. Let's see. I rolled for them last week. Today is... What is today again? Monday? Yeah. And they came out Tuesday. So yeah, they're technically the month of May, not even the month of April. So I guess in a way, it's kind of good that I delayed doing this this Whales log for so long. I mean, it's less delayed and more just me being busy with so much other stuff, as in, you know, streaming Star Rail, for example. But in any case, go over them. Baizhu, level 90. These are his current stats for now. Weapon, got his own Jadefall Splendor, obviously. And I have given him 4-piece tenacity for the time being. He's obviously C0. And yeah, I've been working on his talents because, as you guys know, we got the what is it? The this weekly boss right over here. No, not that one. This one. We got this new. We got the new the second Sumeru weekly boss. Like basically half of patch cycle earlier than we got Baizhu, so that gave us what, a couple weeks time to farm the weekly materials for Baizhu and Kaveh. So yeah, that's why Baiju's ult here is already at level 9, because the weekly boss gave me quite a few of these things. So yeah, I was able to just get his ult to level 9 pretty much straight away. Forget what Kaveh needed. I can't even look at his what his talent materials even want, because he's only at level 70. So I need to change that soon. But I'll go over him when I get to him. But yeah. Currently, I'm not too concerned about Baiju's stat line, which explains why it's kind of crap. As you can see here, only 32% crit rate and 99% crit damage. Obviously, it's nothing really to write home about. I just concentrate on giving him ER and HP, because I believe he scales off of HP. And he has a shield, so I was like, oh, cool. I might as well, you know, buff his shield that he makes, as he's our only Dendro shield user, or shield generator at the moment. I don't know how strong his shield is in comparison to the others. I get the feeling it's a little bit on the weaker side, though, just from what little that I've used of him. It doesn't feel like his shield lasts for too long when it gets hit repeatedly, that is, from enemy fire. So yeah, hopefully 4-piece tenacity is what he wants for like a support role. But in case he wants something different, then I will see if I can change it later. But for now, I think 4-piece tenacity and running him full HP for a full-on support, you know, support Dendro applicator / shielder is good enough for me. He seems pretty decent at that anyway. Just running him in this in the Nilo Bloom team. For now, anyway. I could be playing him completely wrong, but for now, at the moment, I don't really care. So yeah, that's Mr. Baizhu. His snake is cute as usual. Now, moving on to Kaveh. So Kaveh, obviously, his stat line is also not all that impressive either. He's only level 70 because I was lazy and I did not farm enough of these morning flowers in time. Obviously, as you can see here, I'm one off his level 80 ascension, so that sucks. In addition, even though I did farm all of these, or I pre-farmed all of these for him, the issue is that because of his morning flower requirement, kind of like a lot of regional materials from previous regions, especially Inazuma. A lot of the morning flowers flowers spawns actually are actually underground. Like, I know there's a lot of spawns underneath this sinkhole, or whatever you want to call this, at Tuniki Hollow. There's a lot of spawns here. I believe there's also a lot of spawns around this area as well, underneath the swamp area, right around here. So the only two areas that I can actually pick up morning flowers to gather them, like in the overworld, without having to go too far into the regional quest here that unlocks these regions, are this swamp here and then this swamp up here. And that's only like half of the available morning flower spawns that I have available in total. So I gotta make do with what I got. So I think if I had started farming for the morning flowers right when we got this region, I think I would have been able to get Kaveh to level 90 regardless, because that would have been enough time. But you know, I didn't feel particularly motivated. So yeah, I get to be stuck with a level 70 Kaveh for at least another week or two, or a little bit faster, depending on how fast, depending on if I want to go through the rest of the regional Sumeru quest here with Sorush right here. I think this is her name, right? Sorush. His, her, its. But yeah, in any case, so yeah, he's only level 70 for now. Hopefully by next month, we'll be able to see him at level 90, just like with everyone else. But yeah, I'll take at least another week or two of me farming morning flowers if I don't go ahead and get the rest of the regional quest here done to unlock the other areas where I can farm, pick up the morning flowers for him. Right now, because he is supposed to be a bloom support, right? Because he's kind of like Nilo, where his skill instantly detonates any dendro cores in the area, or at least I believe that's how he works. I've decided to give him a male flower because I believe that is one of the few available EM claymores. I don't think we have a 5-star claymore, because these should be all the 5-star claymores in the game, and none of them are EM. So we have to use, if I want to run Kaveh with EM, we got to run him with a 4-star. So I think our choices are like mailed flower. We have aquamarine here. I don't know how good aquamarine is on him. Excuse me. It looks like a decent. Claymore here, especially because it has a really high elemental mastery for a 4-star. Because compare that to male flower, which is the welfare one. This one only has 111. Within 8 seconds of skill hitting opponent or character triggering an EM, their attack and EM will be increased by 24 and 96 respectively. Okay, that's actually pretty much perfect on him, actually. Yeah, because I believe triggering. Actually, I kind of wonder, does triggering the dendro cores count as an elemental reaction? I'm actually not sure about that. Maybe male flower is not that great of a claymore on him because of that reason. Maybe he's not actually triggering any whatchamacallits reactions, unless you have Kaveh be the guy who's applying dendro onto enemies that have hydra on them, right, to create a bloom in the first place. Maybe that. But if you're only talking about if we're only talking about Kaveh detonating dendro cores, maybe that itself by itself is not considered an elemental reaction. So, it's getting a little interesting here, isn't it? So yeah, for now I'm running it with male flower, but I could easily switch him off to something like aquamarine or whatever other EM based claymores, EM main stat claymores that we have. Do we even have any other EM claymores? We have Rain Slasher, but like Actually, honestly, Rain Slash is not that bad on him because considering it increases his damage against Hydra. But then again, you know, it's not like I plan on using his own damage against enemies, obviously, because we want the Dendro core damage. So actually, on second thought, maybe this isn't that great of a Claymore on him, unless you were like a DPS Kaveh, I guess. That'd be kind of funny. Excuse me. Nose is stuffy because I just woke up not too long ago. But yeah, I guess we have like 3 separate options. I guess we're gonna be running him either with Mailed Flower or, you know, Aquamarine. I guess. I mean, hey, even maybe even Wolf's Gravestone. Considering I got another Wolf's Gravestone spook when I was going for Baizhu's weapon here, Jadefall Splendor. So, who knows? Anyways, I was only able to get him to C1 because Gacha hates me. Genshin Gacha hates me. It always has. Except for a few, with a few exceptions, like for example, Yoimiya's C6 banner. But yeah, in classic MiHoYo Gacha fashion, rolling for Baizhu, I got like 6 copies of Candace, 4 copies of Official, and only 2 copies of Kaveh. So go fuck yourself, MiHoYo. Anyways, hopefully I'll be able to get more copies of Kaveh. Can't be bothered right now. But yeah, maybe sometime in the future. At least a C2. C2 would be nice. Normal attack speed increases by 15%. Actually, I don't even know how good this is. Why the heck would you want Kaveh's normal attack speed? Is there something I'm missing here? There probably is. I haven't looked at either of these 2 characters all that closely. I've only just started recently playing with them in my main teams to start farming friendship bond with them. And hilariously, this Super Bloom team with Nilo and Kaveh in it, for some reason works. Like, I don't know why it does, but it does. Then again, though, maybe just because they do work together somehow, maybe these 2 together is not exactly ideal. Because considering Nilo and Kaveh kind of loosely do the same thing, right? Because both of their Dendro core stuff involves them detonating their Dendro cores really fast. So yeah, they kind of do the same thing if you really think about it, I think. Or maybe I'm just fundamentally misunderstanding what they do. To me, though, it feels like they do the same thing, just they go about it in different ways. Yeah. In any case, so yeah, I got his talents to 666. Can't obviously level up any further until I get him to level 80 at the very least. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do that or get that done within the weeks to come until you know, the next time I do another Whales log. Alrighty, so those are the 2 new characters for Genshin that we've gotten so far, Baizhu and Kaveh. So let's go ahead and go over what other changes I have managed to make in Genshin so far. Starting first with Yelan. So I have decided to switch my Yelan's hat here from an HP hat. You'll remember that I think last time I showed off Yelan's whatchamacallit, it's her stat line or her gear. She had this cup, or sorry, not cup. Helmet. Where's that helmet? It's around here somewhere. The HP circlet. I mean, I can just do this right here. Actually, no. I think I must have gotten rid of it. Yeah. Huh. No, it's right here. I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at these ones because in my head I was confusing the Gilded Dream circlet with the Heart of Depth one. Wow. Okay. Remind me not to record these Whales logs right after I get up from bed or something. But in any case, so yeah, as you can see here, I still have her hat because the stats on that rolled on this thing are crazy. But yeah, I decided to swap her off of that and give her a proper crit rate circlet that had as much crit damage as I could get her, and even better, has a decent amount of an ER on it. So yeah, changed her cup to a Hydra bonus because this is the only inset cup that I was able to get. I plan on working on Tartaglia's artifacts as soon as I get a replacement HP percent main stat timepiece for my, Dehya, but I'll explain that a little later. But once I do start using the strong box to go try to fish out more better hydro pieces for my Tartaglia, I'll try to see if I can get an inset hydro damage bonus cup that's better than what this is, because obviously it can be a lot better. But yeah, obviously that's gonna be kind of hard to do, finding an inset hydro damage bonus cup that's harder depth as well. But yeah, this is what I've switched off to, and her stat line looks still looks something like this: 80% crit rate and 238 crit damage with a 27% ER. So yeah, I had decided to switch to this, and it seems like her performance is more or less pretty similar. So I guess the addition, the perk of her critting more often does certainly help in the long run. I'm not sure if you guys have commented on this before, when I showed off my Yelan build before, when she was still running an HP hat. I'm sure you guys have told me before in the comments that, oh yeah, Yelan running, HP circlet might be a little overkill. Or yeah, HP circlet might be a little overkill, but that may be only in the case of her running an HP cup at the same time. Because I remember having my Yelan run an HP cup as well. Where is it? HP percent should be up here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, this one right here. So maybe I'm thinking since I'm not running since I'm not running double HP anymore, either running an HP cup or an HP circlet, I might actually do the trick now. So ideally, maybe I put Yelan's HP circlet back, and then just keep her with the hydro damage bonus, so her damage can scale better. But then again, that kind of implies that I'm gonna have to find a better hydro damage cup anyway. And last time I tried doing that, well, it didn't exactly work out. I mean, maybe I could give her something like this, because at least this one has double crit. Gonna have to see if I can roll a better hydro damage cup. But anyways, this is what I'm running her as for now, and she's like, I almost can't even tell the difference in her performance with her current gear set compared to her old ones. So I'll just leave it as is, just because 80% crit rate. So I'm not gonna really complain about that now, am I? But yeah, that's my Yelan's current artifact set flavor of the month. So yeah, I'll check back with you guys in case I decide to switch my Yelan back to her old one. But yeah, that's Yelan there. Let's see here. I believe I've already gone over Shenhe's new updated artifact set, which is crazy. It's absolutely insane. 75 crit rate, 145 crit damage, 140 ER. With the Calamity Queller and 2-piece Shimenao, 2-piece Gladiator. So I believe I've already gone over this from last time. Ganyu, I don't think Ganyu has anything substantially changed. I do want to try to look for certain better artifacts for her. Let's see, mainly a better attack percent timepiece. Maybe even a better inset crit damage bonus cup. But then again, it's gonna be hard finding something better than this at least. And maybe even a better attack percent, double crit attack percent circlet. But again, we'll see. Obviously, I'm not changing this. So yeah. But yeah, we'll decide on what I want to use my strong box to, or what I want to use my strong box for. Currently, I'm using them to build out my Miko, who we'll go over right now. But yeah, once I'm done with Miko's artifacts, maybe I'm gonna have to decide whether I want to work on cryo artifacts again for Ganyu and Ayaka, or work on get harder depth pieces to build up my Tartaglia. And we'll go over Tartaglia too later in a little bit. Anyways, Miko. So currently I've been working on trying to buff out my Miko as much as I can. And this is her stat line that she's working with currently. 65 crit rate, 259 crit damage, and 121 energy recharge. Let's see. So, yeah, I've put in a lot of work into trying to optimize her artifacts as much as I can. First things first, I've taken this crown, which used to be on my Lisa, because I don't really use Lisa too much. I wish I did. But currently, with how things stand, I don't see myself using her a lot for now. Maybe in the future, that'll change. But this crown was on my Lisa, and since I wasn't using my Lisa too much, I decided to take it from her and put it on my Miko. And it is absolutely insane, obviously, because it has this is a quad crit rate roll, I'm pretty sure, and then they rolled the final roll went into attack flat attack. I still vaguely remember rolling this, because I'm pretty sure I rolled this on stream like a year or two ago, back when I was at my old apartment. So this piece has been around with me for a really long time. And it's still one of my better pieces. 16% crit rate, and obviously the 62 crit damage. So yeah, perfect on my Miko here. I have been able to switch around her. I've switched around her electric damage cups a couple times already. This one happened to roll a lot into crit rate. Pretty sure this is a quad crit rate. No, this is a triple crit rate, because this was a 3-line start, and I rolled twice into frickin' flat defense. So. But yeah, it did roll 13% crit rate, so can't really complain about it too much now, can I? It like max rolled all of its or at least high rolled most of its crit rate rolls, so I'm not too angry about that. And particularly for how her stat line is right now, I mean, it helps. It's certainly useful. So yeah. If I can, obviously, I'll try to find a better electro damage cup than this if I can. It's just gonna be very challenging, because electro damage cups are not my, most favorable cups. Those will be the cryo cups, because I always get good cryo cups, not exactly cups from any other element. Cryo waifus love me, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't tell you for sure, but yeah, I was thankfully able to change her attack percent timepiece, because let's see, well, I believe this one was the one she used to use, and this current one is much better. I mean, it doesn't have one crit rate roll, but it has like way more crit damage. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the shit rolled like once or twice into flat attack. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure it's 2 rolls, because I don't even know if you can even if max roll flat attack, it would even reach 49, right? Because I believe max roll flat attack is like 23. So yeah, it had to have rolled twice into flat attack. And the other 3 went straight into crit damage, and must have like high rolled that crap too. So yeah. This is absolutely insane, and it could have been even better too if just one of the rolls went into crit rate. And in fact, if it did, and like one of the other artifacts that she had also rolled into crit rate, then honestly I would be able to hit my desired stat line for my Miko, which is at least 70% crit rate and at least 250% crit damage. So yeah. Even with how well her timepiece rolled into crit damage, the fact that it rolled twice into flat attack is kind of what could have been, right? So I don't expect to be able to change this anytime soon, but if I can, perhaps maybe I can either get an attack percent timepiece with double crit that can roll even better than this, but gotta pray for that, right? It's either that or somehow find an inset electro damage bonus cup with double crit, but what are the chances of that? Anyways, this is her feather. Originally, I think her original feather she was using was either this or I forget exactly which one. Oh yeah, this one right here. Technically speaking, I think I could actually put this on her, and it would, I think. Let's see, if I switch her right now, what does the stat line look like? Yeah, technically speaking, she would actually be at the point where I would like her to be, right? 70 crit rate and basically 250 crit damage with 16% energy recharge. Since my Miko is C6, like obviously she doesn't need that high of energy recharge. Honestly, 10% ER is completely okay for her. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna give her this one anyway. And so yeah, her flower also is kind of like my timepiece, where it rolled really well, and then it rolled twice into frickin' flat attack again. Kind of funny how it ended up rolling the same amount of flat attack as the timepiece. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's an inside job by MiHoYo to sabotage my Miko's artifacts here. But because of that, obviously, I think that I can get a better flower for her, another double crit flower that hopefully rolls a little better than what this one did. I mean, this one's still a pretty decent flower, all things considered. But yeah, it could be better, obviously. But yeah, because of that. I still want to run this feather and this timepiece because either I roll an even better feather or one that has crit rate with it and really high crit damage as well, or I'm able to roll another double crit flower that rolls a little better than this, maybe 10% crit rate, double digit double crit stats on there. So yeah, that is why I continue to run my Miko like this, because there are multiple places where I can slightly optimize my Miko's artifacts. I mean, yeah, most of her artifacts, only her crown basically, only her circlet is not really like realistic. I'm not going to be able to improve that any further unless I get just obscenely lucky. And with that sort of luck, I'll much sooner get better pieces for all her other artifact types. So. There you go. That's my Miko for now. And so yeah, she's still technically a work in progress, but I'll get back to you on if I'm able to secure better pieces for her or not over the next month. Raiden, I don't think I've changed her, so we don't really need to talk about her here. Who else? Alright, next is Tartaglia. So, because as you guys may know, I've been binging the new domain in the new Sumeda region, right? With 3.6, the Vorokasha's set and the Nymph's Dream set. I did try to farm a full set of Nymph's Dream for Tartaglia, and I do have a working four set piece or 4-piece set. Sorry, switch those two words around. But I don't know. Even though the stat lines weren't that great on my Tartaglia, I don't think it really works on him very well. Just from my initial testing. I mean, the fact that, I haven't really heard anybody raving about Nymphstream so far, there's probably a reason for that. And now that I think about it, a 15% Hydra damage bonus combined with a Heart of Depths 30% damage bonus for normals and charge attacks. It probably scales better than whatever Nymphstream does, which is, I believe, what was it again, like 15% attack and then 20% Hydra damage bonus or something like that. Where is Nymphstream here? Let's see. 15, so 40% Hydra damage and a 25% attack bonus. Technically, let's see, together it would be 30. Let's see, 30, 55. So yeah, technically speaking, its total value it's at 55, right? Obviously, it's not that simple, but just hear me out here. Technically, it's got 55% value, whereas Heart of Depth only has 45%. But I believe because the bigger buff here from a Heart of Depth is on the bonus damage for normal attack and charged, I believe this ends up being more valuable for Tartaglia. Anyway, just because they would appreciate that, charge attack damage more, because they're already getting a lot of attack buffs from, their timepiece and other places. They're already getting a good stack of Hydra damage, right, because of their cup. So yeah, 4-piece Heart of Depth giving them a damage source or a damage multiplier, if you can even call it that, that is completely separate and they can't get from their own artifacts, right? Or their own kits even. I think prevails over Nymph's Dream in the long run. So maybe you guys in the comments can verify that for me. If the smart boys have done the math on that, and yeah, this is actually how it works, or no, actually, Nymphstream is actually still worth running if you can get some good pieces for them. I mean, I can't even get, for some reason, I was able to get better Vorokasha's pieces overall than Nymphstream, which is weird for some reason. Maybe the drop table favors Vorokasha set pieces over Nymphstream set pieces. I don't know, but I have not been able to get very many actually good nymph stream pieces at all. So like I said, the initial set that I was able to get for Tartaglia just blows dick, and yeah, honestly, I'll just probably stick my Tartaglia with a 4-piece Heart of Depth and try just try to get better Heart of Depth pieces for my Tartaglia at the end of the day. Like, I don't really know why any Hydro set or Hydro character currently would want Nymph Stream. Maybe like future, maybe we'll need to farm them for Fontaine characters, because obviously Fontaine is the land of Hydro, or is the Hydro region, so maybe they'll want some of them. I don't know, we'll see. But it's kind of highly doubtful, considering, you know, Heart of Depth gives you, like I said, a completely separate multiplier with the normal attack and charge attack damage bonus specifically. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what time holds, you know, later content holds for us. So yeah, that's my plans with Tartaglia. I want to improve his 4-piece Heart of Depth set after trying him out with Nymph Stream, 4-piece Nymph Stream, and, you know, deciding that's probably not really worth it on him. But yeah. Anyways, Dehya. So, I've been working on my Dehya the most out of all the characters so far. Haven't given up on her. And, yeah, especially because now I am now able to work on her talents. Unfortunately, I did farm this week's materials. Unfortunately, I don't have any dream solvents, or I only have one. And I want to get her ult to level 12, because obviously it's the most important one of her talents anyway. And, yeah, maybe next week when I get another dream solvent, perhaps. Or actually get a puppet string from the Scaramouche weekly boss fight. But in any case, yeah, I haven't given up on my my Dehya yet. And so, this is what her stat line currently looks like: 78% crit rate, 192% crit damage. My ideal stat line for her is at least 70 and at least 200% crit damage. Honestly, she's almost at 80% crit rate and 200% crit damage. So I think with one good artifact change, like, she could actually hit it. Ideally, I also want her to be at 120 ER. Her only being at 111 ER is a little too low even by my standards. That changes how I play her in her Mono Pyro team. So I actually have to actively think about, okay, how good is her energy generation? I have to bust out the Bennett and use his E a little bit more often, just to make sure that she gets her ult back in time to complete her ult rotations. But yeah, her crit stats are almost perfect. So yeah, let's go over them right now. So let's see. This is the Pyro Cup that I'm using on her. Double crit with one roll into HP, flat HP, which sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. Still a double Pyro, or it's double crit. This is the same HP percent timepiece that she's been using ever since I got it. I have not been able to get a better HP percent timepiece, which is strange because usually the HP timepieces are the ones that always get double crit. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. Now, those are the defense percent pieces. The game knows. But yeah. Typically, it's not this hard for me to find an inset HP percent timepiece with double crit, but for some reason, it's been kind of challenging. I don't know why. So I'm hoping that eventually I will be able to pick up a double crit HP percent. It's either that, or I look for or I get an inset pyro damage bonus cup, and God knows how long that's gonna take. But yeah, as you can see here, this thing rolled like twice into flat defense. Pretty sure this was a 3-line start. So yeah, obviously this can be improved. Ideally though, actually I would prefer a timepiece, an HP percent timepiece that has ER in it. Because, like I said, I'm okay with using I'm okay with Dehya's crit rate falling down to just 70% because I have C6 Dehya. So C6 Dehya gives her free 10% crit rate on her ult, and whenever she ults anyway. And yeah, the 80% crit rate is the minimum baseline that I'm fine with for whenever Dehya ults. Obviously, I'd like it to be better if she had base 80% crit rate, but you know, I'm not gonna be begging here. I just want, well, I will be. I'm just begging for an inset time or inset HP percent timepiece with ER and double crit. So, you know, just a small loan of that, no problem, right? No big deal. This is our current feather that she's working with for now. Technically, on anybody else, this would actually be a really decent feather. Unfortunately, this shit rolled twice into attack percent, when in reality she wants HP percent because of her C1. So it's actually not that great of a feather. I mean, I do have some other feathers here. Like, for example, this one's not bad. But I'm using this because currently it's like one of only 2 artifacts on her that actually has an ER substat. All the other ones do not have one. So, yeah. Would like to change that. And in addition, I still have this feather here. I think this is the very first feather that actually rolled for Dehya. And this one has massive amounts of crit rate. So, yeah. Honestly, if I do get another HP percent timepiece and it doesn't roll a lot of crit rate, I can always just switch it over to this. To this one right here. Then again, though, that would mean that I'm also giving up this ER stat. And this one max rolled ER, so... it wouldn't be a problem, honestly, if the two attack percent rolls went into ER instead, because then she would be able to hit 120 ER just fine, and I wouldn't be bitching about it. But yeah, feathers okay for now. Not the best though, as weird as that is to say. This is her flower. I believe this one was her first flower that she was using, and now I managed to get this one because this one has both crit rate and more crit damage. I decided to go with this one instead because obviously the crit values on this one are a little bit higher. Yes, I know I'm missing out on the HP, but then again, it's only got a little bit of an EM and, you know, doesn't even have any ER anyway, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just go for the higher crit rate, and I'll just go for the higher crit rate. And honestly, with how I run Dehya and Mono Pyro teams, honestly, EM is really not that important on her anyway, which is weird because normally it would be, especially if you're running her in, like, vape teams, but yeah. Still haven't been able to find better flowers than either of these two. Maybe, perhaps, if I can get, like, a better flower, like, kind of doubtful, because this one's 30% crit damage, and that's really high. But yeah. If only the flat attack went into crit rate instead. That would have been nice. And I believe this is the same crit damage circlet that I gave her from before. Obviously, this one can be a little bit optimized too. If only this flat attack went into, like, for example, ER, that would have been nice. So yeah, I'll be on the lookout for better crit damage circlets if I can. So I'll let you guys know if I pick up any better pieces than that. But yeah, now that my Farazan earlier has been, I got Farazan earlier to max talent levels. Now, as you can see here, I'm starting to work on her talents here. So yeah, I'll give her ult talent first, and then work on her skill, and then finally her normal attack. I believe we got a major event going on right now that I've been neglecting because Star Rail. So yeah, I'll be able to pick up the crown from there and give it to Dehya's ult first when we get to it. So yeah, that's my Dehya. Yoimiya. I've been working on and off on Yoimiya. I've been giving her random ass pieces because I still have a lot of potential Shimenawa pieces left over. So whenever, you know, I don't have any better Vorukasha's set pieces to go over, I've been playing around with Shimenawa pieces instead. So this is what her current stat line looks like now. Almost 80% crit rate, 226 crit damage with a little bit of a ER. I mean, honestly, she doesn't want she doesn't want any ER at all, considering she's on, as you can see, 4-piece Shimenawa. But yeah, let's see what other what artifacts that I've updated or changed for her. I'm pretty sure this pyro damage cup used to not be on her. It's not a new. This piece itself is not new. It's been on other characters before, but now it's on my Yoimiya. It's found its way over to my Yoimiya because it's got double crit, a little bit of EM. Because obviously I use Yelan. I use Yelan a lot with Yoimiya for the the vape and reverse vapes. However that works. Her timepiece is still the same. I still have not found a better timepiece for her. Honestly, I could probably give her Shenhe's, but this is Shenhe's piece. I'm not going to give this up to anybody else. Or I could actually give her Beidou's timepiece, actually. But this timepiece is kind of critical on Baizhu just because it has a lot of crit rate, so I'm not taking it off her, that's for sure. So yeah, this is still the timepiece that she's got to work with. I mean, honestly, this one doesn't even matter too much just because my Yoimiya already ends up having a lot of crit rate anyway, so that's honestly okay for her. This feather, I still have not been able to beat this feather. I've tried to roll better the feathers because technically speaking, this is suboptimal because, you know, one roll into flat HP. But, yeah, I've gotten other feathers, and they've rolled, well, 70% crit rate, so I don't think I need to explain that. This one rolled double crit. Excuse me. Honestly, I feel like I could probably trash this. I'm just keeping this around just because, oh yeah, it's got all 4 substats and still has 11% crit rate, so it's actually not that bad, Copium. But honestly, I'll probably trash that at some point. This one I also managed to roll this. I also managed to roll this. This one is might legitimately be pretty good, just in case anybody wants really high double crit and really high energy recharge. But then again, this is a fucking Shimenawa piece, so who knows, you know. Who knows if they'll actually want it or not. But in any case, yeah, I still haven't been able to find a replacement flower for this, or feather, sorry, for this. So this is what she's still working with that. I believe I've changed this flower. I don't think that's the flower that she was working with before. I forget exactly which flower she used to work with. I think this one. Yeah, I think that one. And I switched over to this one because this one ended up rolling double crit with EM. Yeah, because I think this one was the one she used to use, but I switched over to this one because this one didn't have ER, and obviously obviously with 4-piece Shimenawa users, you don't actually want them to have a lot of ER. At least I'm pretty sure they don't. So yeah. Out of curiosity, if I switch over to that, then our stat line becomes something like this: 75, 231. Honestly, this looks kind of better, and I can deal with 11% energy recharge, so maybe I'll stick her with that. I don't know why at the time I thought this one looked better. I think I'm pretty sure this low rolled its crit damage stats, because I'm pretty sure, I forget if this was a 4-line start or not. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, this is a 3-line start, because 2 here, 1 here, and then 2 here. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, the 2 rolls into crit damage were pretty low. I'm pretty sure if these 2 crit damage rolls high rolled, then I would absolutely use this, because this would give me what, 20 plus crit damage, and so her using this, her crit damage stat line would look a little better. But yeah, that's not how it worked out, so oh well. And yeah, this is still the same crit damage circlet that she's been using since forever. Still haven't found a better one yet. So yeah, those are my Yoimiya artifacts for now. So now changing her flower, she's gone back to 75% crit rate and 231 crit damage, and her ER is acceptably low. Besides her, I don't think I've messed with anybody else's artifacts since then. Yeah, don't think I have. Haven't been able to optimize, like, for example, my Beto's artifacts or my Xiangling's artifacts, just because obviously I haven't farmed Emblem Domain for like a month, ever since 3.6 came out, obviously. So yeah. For future artifact, For future artifact optimizations, I am thinking of going back to Candace and then giving her a more offensive set, because I've seen, while I've been streaming, I've seen somebody in my chat talk about how they've managed to give their Candace an offensive set that focuses on Candace's own normals, which is hilarious to me, but it kind of makes sense in a very weird way. And so yeah, I'm actually kind of vaguely interested in giving my own Candace a set that focuses on her own normals. So a Hydro damage bonus cup, not HP. I think her normals still scale with attack. So we'll be foregoing her own ult or skills, obviously. But for the sake of her normals, we'll be giving her attack percent, which is weird to think about, but it's hilarious. I feel like doing it anyway. So yeah, I may be revising her 4-piece emblem set for something else, whatever that set happens to be, for focusing on her own normal attacks. So yeah. I probably won't get started on it anytime soon, though. I gotta figure out what artifacts that she would even want if I want to focus on her normal attack damage. Maybe something like 4-piece Shimenawa, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to look into it in a little more detail later when I get the chance. So yeah. I believe that's it for now. In any case, other than that, as you can see here, I have not fully explored 3.6 yet. Naturally, because I've been spending all my time farming artifacts in this accursed domain. And so yeah, eventually, once my progress on Star Rail starts slowing down, I'll come back to Genshin, and I'll probably explore the rest of this region on stream or something like that. And so yeah, I think that will just about do it for Genshin's Whales log for this month of May 2023. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next month. Peace. Oh, and also make sure to check out the Star Rail Whales log that I'll be making after this, probably tomorrow. We'll see, hopefully. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to watch the Star Rail Whales log when it comes out, and we'll see you guys next month. Peace.